Hi and welcome back. Today we're going to talk about thrifting. This is one of my favorite little hobbies, but you have to be realistic when you're doing this and you gotta kind of keep track of where you're going and what you're looking for. So today I'm going to talk to you about how I prepare, how I set my expectations, and then I'm going to take you thrifting with me. Now, I'll be honest, this is going to be a multi-day video because I do break up my thrifting trips in my area just because one is on one side of town and the other ones that I like to hit are all the way on the other. You need to really look at Goodwills and your local thrift stops, but also antique malls, mini malls, and even just discount liquidation stores. There's such a variety of shopping in this day and age, so you gotta be mindful of it all. One other thing is setting that expectation. You're not going to go in and find an entire full cosplay your first time entering a store. And unfortunately, with the way the world is right now, there are so many scalpers and resellers that are out in the market as well, trying to find these one-of-a-kind items to price up. So you need to go with a level mind and just be surprised if you find anything. On top of that, be ready to pay a little bit more of a premium price now, since so many of these donation stores are realizing the goods that they are getting. They have begun to mark up certain brands, certain items, and higher quality in just general. So unfortunately, you're not going to be able to find a $5 Nezuko costume anymore. It's more realistically going to be almost the same price as new. So just keep these things in mind as we continue talking. I personally set up for my thrifting days by going over my Amazon wish list. That is my living, breathing, thrifting itinerary. I keep everything that I want to find, all the cosplays I want to add to, and just characters in general that I want to do. But if there's a very, very, very specific item that I've been hunting for, I keep a screenshot of it in my phone. One of these items that I've been hunting for is a Rose Tyler blue leather jacket. I don't know if I'm ever gonna find it, I'll be real, but it would be really cool because it is a really character-driven piece of clothing in my opinion. I think it really fits her. I think it's blue for the TARDIS and stuff like that. On top of these, please be sure that you are being safe while thrifting, be aware of your surroundings, and make sure that you are washing and sanitizing the clothing that you're buying and wearing to the stores. Because a lot of these places aren't totally clean. There's a lot of people trying them on, and just be safe and be conscious about your body when you're out in these spaces. On top of that, you gotta be able to kind of think outside the box when it comes to the creativity. Like I said, I keep an Amazon wish list, but I also keep theoretical ideas. One day it would be cool if I do a druid version of this character. I want to do a fantasy version of this. I want to do a casual My Hero look. So keeping these ideas flowing, going over your cosplay inventory and pieces is a really good way to be energized and ready in the mind space to be able to find these pieces that you may or may not even know you need for these cosplays. But yeah, that's the notes that I have before we go thrifting. Let's go have some fun.
All right, welcome voiceover Charlotte. These shoes gave nothing this time, but I always check the random shelves and the plushies. I have gotten so lucky before finding Pokemon plushes at thrift stores. Always check. These overalls were screaming to be taken home, but pricey. And this outfit screaming Starfire. These shorts were giving Terra. They were super duper close, but not quite. And then this jacket was almost perfect for Indiana Jones. This is the most Astarian shirt I've ever seen thrifting. Look at this. Are you kidding me? Too bad I don't want to cosplay him. I just want to look at him. But now I'm thinking I should just get it as a pirate shirt maybe? I don't know. I might get it. Always check the jewelry case. They actually had little tiaras in there. This combo was so dang cute. Not really my kind of green though. This dress was screaming Ren Fair. And then a Coachella section, are you kidding me? Super duper cute. Plus, look at this butterfly top. Oh my gosh. I almost did it. I wanted to show y'all how I rummage. And yeah, I'm a little goblin. And then again, checking the jewelry case. This mic, though, was literally exactly what I needed. I think this is actual like fair garb. Like it's really well made and there's no real tag on it. This is so cute. In bigger thrift stores, I never look like at each shirt because there's just way too much. So I do an overpass looking for colors and textures that I like. Here specifically, I was looking for like these kind of baseball tees because that normally ends up being like Harley Quinn stuff. This very much looks like a cosplay piece. I don't know what the character is though. I don't need to say anything for these. I should have just got them. I always check the corset area and this is why. Look at that piece. I've seen this used for like Tinkerbell and fairy looks all the time, and this is just like the intimates slash like lingerie section. Is this another corset? Girl, what? My first thought when looking at this is like a sexy Lightning McQueen. Now, I'm not brave enough, but somebody else might be. This is screaming Barbie or like Squid Game. Would have been perfect if I wanted. I tend to check like the girls sections for like fairy skirts. Sometimes you get lucky, but not today. All right, starting off day 2, forgot to film any voice clips, but here I am rummaging again. I was just looking for fun colors here, and then I found this really cool like soft green vintage blouse. Damn, I really liked it. There's also just like straight up cosplay pieces in this mini mall. And like, are you kidding me? I don't know the characters, but this one's obviously Demon Slayer. There are so many good Ren Fair base shirts in this like antique mall. I am actually really thinking about getting that one. It's such a pretty color. Like always check your mini malls because this place has so many pieces. Plus my own booth is in the basement with full cosplay looks. So a little gloat moment I'll show you. So this is like the booth that I have. Obviously it's very cosplay oriented, but you know, I am just trying to do a little side hustle here, and so far it's gone pretty good. But yeah, if you're ever in Dutton, you can check out my little booth at the mini mall. Perfect little tutu, are you kidding me? Here I am checking the fabric, and I always do this just because you never know what you're gonna find. This little green stood out to me. Look at the cute little mushrooms on it. Also, a bin of baskets, always perfect for the Ren Fair. And then this cute little Elvis shrine, are you kidding me? I don't know why, but in my like thrift store loops, I always find such gorgeous vintage wedding dresses. I wish I had a reason to buy them. This is honestly giving Moon Knight vibes. I might get it. These like Mardi Gras beads are ridiculous and I kind of want to get them. These are honestly so close to being perfect for Marinette Dupain from Miraculous, like her casual wear. These may be like the perfect find to finish my Rey Skywalker kind of look. I might actually. This fluffy nightgown though is so freaking cute. Gotta check that jewelry case, you never freaking know. This high-low skirt though, perfect for fairy looks. I wish it was my size. And then this one, I literally grabbed so fast. There's literally like brand new clothing in this Goodwill too. And then these heels. I wish I had a reason, but thankfully I don't. It seems like the cowboy hat trend also died super fast, as well as the cute like strawberry milk. Kind of sad. This one also always has Halloween stuff, and like, oh my god, this dress, so cute. I love any vintage lace as well. I almost got these shoes, but they were like $11 and I just couldn't justify it. Prom dresses are also being donated right now. So many good ones. Also, this skirt, straight up, I wanted it, not my size. The little construction hats and like party stuff in this one was adorable. And the textures on this dress, oh my gosh, I went crazy. Plus like this weird crochet romper, it's giving Coachella. Too bad I don't go to those kind of festivals. Plus they had this vintage area with the cutest little cowgirl skirt. Oh my gosh. I almost bought this shark head just for the meme. And also, look at this Wonder Woman fabric. So cute. Are you kidding me?
All right, so sadly, my clip of wrapping up for the day on day 1 of thrifting got a little funky wonky, so I'm gonna refilm it right now for you. Sorry about that. So I want to start off by saying, even though I saw all those cool little items, I only bought the microphone that I showed y'all, and I spent $5.99 on it. It does work. I did get to test it at the store, but I got it specifically for a Gemini Force like Gwen character that I am doing a comic book cover for, and it has the perfect little top on it. I think it is super duper accurate. I will have to mess with the base a little bit, but it works really well. I also want to talk about how much time I spent in each store. So the first store that I showed you, I only spent about 25 minutes in there. I have quite a routine to make it speedy to where I can hit all these stores and still have the rest of my day. Take however much time you need. These are just the times that I take because I have a system for each kind of thrift store. The second store, I only spent about 15 minutes in. I got in and out really, really fast. It was like an uptown cheapsteak, Plato's Closet kind of resale vibe. So it's really easy for me to get in and out of those places and really know what I'm looking for and know what kind of like things I do and don't need. So then the third store, that was the one that I spent quite a bit longer in. I spent about 30 minutes in there. Really not that bad for me though. I looked a little bit more in depth at the shirts specifically at the third store just because it was a little bit bigger, but I really didn't spend that much time overall just because I don't love digging through things. I don't love the sanitation in that. I also don't feel the need to touch every single thing just because I have a little bit of like an ick for touching thrift store things that I don't know are 100% clean. But yeah, I found only that, and while I found all those other cute things, my whole mentality was I don't need them right now, let somebody else have them. On to day 2 of thrifting. All right, so the end of day 2 video clip also got corrupted, so I'm filming it now. We got 2 things on day 2, which is better than day 1 of thrifting, but you know, not a huge haul. I never really find like a ton of things because I don't need a ton of things. But the first thing I did actually buy were those pants that reminded me of Rey Skywalker. I think that they will be perfect to finish up a cosplay that I bought off of Facebook Market like months ago. So I'm gonna go ahead and use these for a May the 4th kind of event and do a little photo shoot in it probably. But yeah, I spent $3 on these. They are like capris with pockets in the back only. They say size 4 and the tail is like tail boots. I don't know, but they work. They're like the perfect kind of white gray look for this version of Rey. So I'm very happy I found those. And then I got that brown skirt that I found. This was actually from a Goodwill, which I don't normally check, but I did this time. It was $7 for this, and I don't actually have any real branding on it, but from what I can find, it is from Nigeria. I posted it in a couple of my Renaissance garb groups. Everyone thought it was from Shein originally because they have dupes on there, but I've seen those ones in person and they are not as high quality. This has real pockets in them that are like suede lined, and then the lace on this is really, really crispy. I really love that pattern. These little stringy bits are also like sewn off so that they actually have a crispy finish as well. This also has snaps all the way around, so it's kind of a one-size-fits-all brand, even though it was marketed as a medium at Goodwill. But yeah, I really love this piece. I think I'm gonna use it for like a ton of druid kind of vibes. I am just really happy I found it because this was an item on my wish list, or at least similar to an item I had on my wish list to find thrifting. But yeah, that is it for my thrifting. Like I said, I split my thrifting amongst 2 or 3 days to hit all the stores in my area. You do what you want though. And yeah, I will say I don't recommend thrifting on the weekend. It's always a little bit busier. It's always a little bit more chaotic, and I don't really like being around children, so I tend to thrift on Mondays and Tuesdays because those are usually pretty chill days when it comes to the thrifting scene as well. Also be aware of discount days. I wasn't able to snag anything that was on discount, sadly, but that doesn't mean that you can't. So make sure that you are posted on those. You can always check their social media. Most of the thrift stores also have like apps and text reminders now, which I don't love, but I mean, in the age of social media and all that. But yeah, a couple things that I do want to say is when I'm thrifting, I don't buy every single thing that I absolutely think is cool because I don't need them all. Like, yes, I absolutely love that butterfly top, that Astarian kind of vibe shirt, and that gray skirt that I found at my final thrift store, but I didn't need those items, and I feel like somebody else would love finding them instead of me just hoarding them for no reason and eventually getting rid of them. So keep that in mind. In my opinion, it's better to get what you want, but not what you see, you know? It is also a good idea that if you don't absolutely love something, take a picture of it, go back the next day if it's still there. It's meant to be. If it's not, somebody else is gonna love that item. Please also make sure that you are washing your clothing after you thrift them, because you don't know where they've been, you don't know who's touching them in the store. Hand, foot, and mouth is very, very, very common right now to get from thrifting, and that's a little icky. I don't want it. I also recommend sanitizing your hands and washing your clothing that you are currently wearing to the thrift store to make sure that if there is any ick, it is dead and gone. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed coming thrifting with me. I might do a part 2 of this eventually, but we'll see. Have a great rest of your day. I'll see you next time.
I want to take a quick second to thank my patrons, Louis, John, and Mondo. Thank you so much.